Good evening everyone sa mga kababayan natin dyan na nanonood ng First Home Buyers Guides and Insight. I'm back again. Hang on. Right. Hello. Kamusta? Bula Binakat, Talofa Lava, Kia ora na. Wherever you are in the different parts of New Zealand or in the world, I'm just greeting you all. Very good, not really so good, but a hot evening. And I am Juvie of Grow Yourself, and this is our 15th live podcast of the New Zealand First Home Buyers Guide and Insight. So if you are planning to buy your home soon, maybe not this year, but maybe in the future, it's good to start learning now. It's good to do your research, do your watching of videos to get more insights as to how the process is done here in New Zealand. And by the way, it's just sad to say, yeah, I should be sad, not smiling. Because I'm gonna be by myself right now. Mary Ann is at home, sick. She's, yeah, I don't want to go into details, but we hope for her healing, and next week, more likely, she'll be joining us again. So, Marianne, if you're watching right now, flick us a message and get well soon. I know you just felt that sad or a bad feeling recently, just yesterday, I think you said, or just this morning. And I hope you'll feel better soon so we can catch up one more time, because it's best to have somebody to talk to when we're doing this instead of just me. You know, we've got more ideas to share and we've got more questions to ask when we're doing it together. So I'm going to miss you tonight, but I'm pretty sure you're going to join us this next week. And like what I've said, we're going to have exciting guests in the coming weeks to come. We've already booked mortgage broker, an ANZ mortgage broker. So stay tuned and don't miss out. And always look forward to joining this live podcast about home buying process in New Zealand. By the way, I'm a homeowner and looking forward to buy another property or maybe just to invest. So that's a different thing as far as I know. We're going to ask Marianne next time. What's the difference between a first home buyer and an investor? So obviously first home, it's like it's your first time to buy a home here in New Zealand. Okay, we are not going to have much discussion, but it's very important. The things that I'm going to share with you tonight is just going to be quick. So stay tuned, as I just would like to reach out to you guys. If you're watching, wherever you are in the world, feel free to drop your message. If you are watching from Waikato, Auckland, maybe South Island, if you don't want to be more specific, or in the Philippines and you're planning to come over to New Zealand, you're on your way maybe in few more days. And I know somebody has reached out to me that they've already arrived here in New Zealand. So congratulations, quite a few already who thank me for the ideas that I have given them for coming to New Zealand to teach or to study and to basically just settle here. And what will be your next goal? Of course, we look forward to, if you're going to settle here in New Zealand, you look forward to buying a home for yourself and also for your kids, right? But what will be the first step that you're going to do now if you're not yet there? So that's one point. In fact, we have discussed that in the past episodes. If you've missed them, just go back to my YouTube channel. If you're already in my YouTube channel, we've got the section there, the tab that says live podcast, or you can check the playlist and you'll be able to see the list of videos, the live podcast we've made in the past. And let's quickly have a chat about the previous discussion we had, like enhancing your financial literacy, because this is very important for you in buying your first home and as well as in sustaining your life here in New Zealand. unless you're probably so wealthy that you can buy it straight away, or you've sold your house in the Philippines maybe, and you can come up with a significant amount of money to pay as deposit, or who knows, you might have exactly the the exact amount to buy your home. So that's pretty much easy. You don't have to worry about it. But a lot of us, especially Filipinos, especially immigrants, we've already spent a lot of money just be able to move here to a new country. And of course, the way of living is different. And so we need to come up with at least 10%. As far as I know, 5% will be possible, but it depends. There are criteria to be met, and we've discussed that in the previous episodes. If you've missed those, please feel free to access those videos and watch all throughout, because in between there are bits and pieces that are very important information for you guys when you're just planning. So start now, and you're going to enjoy your first home later on, and maybe your next investment later on. So talking about financial literacy in New Zealand, that's very important in order to be able to balance your life with a home and also enjoy other stuff as well that you need to enjoy with your families, right? Next one, we've also discussed the saving tips. If you remember that, or if you missed that, go back to it. We've discussed it together, me with Mary Ann, about what are the tips that, or the saving tips that we have done that we would like to recommend to you. If you want to, it's up to your situation, your case, and your interest. But definitely, it's very important to have a look at how to save money, and just simple as, how to use your credit cards efficiently or effectively in order to save something and then gain something, even just a little bit, and not to pay more to the bank. Also, we've discussed about the different types of residential. That's another important thing to look at, because you don't want just to end up living in a residential property that you don't really enjoy. At least you should feel comfortable. So it depends on the size of the family, your way of living, and many other stuff. So have a look at the previous videos that we've had. And just last week, we've had another chat with Sanjeev, his the favorite mortgage broker of Mary Ann, because she works well with him. He is a loan market mortgage broker, and he already said that his service is free. You don't pay him. So if you think you want to get more ideas, specific advice as to how to start your getting approval for your first home, contact Sanjeev. Watch that episode that we had just last week. And for the upcoming weeks, as I have mentioned, we've got A and Z broker. So this person is who I have been working with when since we bought our first home. She's not our advisor. She works directly to the ANZ company, ANZ Bank. So of course, she's looking at the best interest of the bank. But based on my research, ANZ is actually one of the biggest bank here in New Zealand, a more stable one. And based on my experience and my personal research as well, because I've also scouted other banks and other second tier lenders, like, those are not big banks, but they are lending company who would be able to grant you your first home loan. So ANZ is the biggest, one of the biggest banks, and one of the banks that offers the cheapest, how would we call it, the lowest interest rate, right? Based on my experience, because I've searched up, based on my experience on our case. So we each have different cases. So this is just my personal point of view, because I've reached out to different people, different mortgage broker, and when I asked as to the possibilities of us getting approved of a higher mortgage, in case we would like to upgrade. And even back then, when we were just starting to plan for our first home, ANZ offered us the cheapest or the lowest interest rate. And yep, that's why we're still with them. Although it's still quite high compared to when we had our first home loan, back in 2020, around 3 point something was the interest rate. So it's quite low. That was ANZ as well, who offered the lowest one of the banks. And then up to now, yeah. Although I've read from the articles, because this is my interest. That's why it keeps on popping up on my news feeds, that some banks have already started lowering down the rates for the longer term interest rates. I'm not sure with the words that I'm saying, but what I'm referring is those home loans, fixed term home loans for 2 or 3 years or more. Just correct me if I'm mistaken, please. But other banks have already lowered down their interest rates. I don't remember anymore. I don't have specific data for the now, but I think that was December when I've seen the interest rate for some banks have gone down, including ANZ and BNZ, had gone down down to 6.9 or something. I forgot it now because of so many things going on. But what I'm saying is, for longer years, their interest rates had gone down. So that's a good news, but it's still higher compared to in 2020, right? And one more thing about ANZ, because I know I've also banked with another bank. If they don't mind, I just have to mention it. Back in 2018, I think I've also banked with Westpac. And I've actually approached them first whether we can avail of a home loan. Although at that time I didn't really have that much money, and so they weren't so accommodating of me. And I fully understand that one. But I just wanted to get an idea. But they kind of, like, how I felt that time was like they shut the door on me. And so, like, I decided to just stick with ANZ then. But of course, while the days went by, months went, I was starting saving already. We, actually, the whole family. It has to be all of us. Otherwise, it's hard for someone just to work hard for the first home that you aim to have for your family, right? So that's a one thing that I would like to share with you with ANZ. But again, it's a case-to-case basis. It's best to contact anyone, because those people I've contacted, they were just free. I just got a lot of ideas from them. And that's what I was saying in my other post, that there are so many free stuff here in New Zealand. So grab them if you can. Avail them. You don't have to buy your first home now, but at least you should start learning how to get there, right? Because you can't just get there in a snap when you want to. You got to start step by step, little steps at a time until you get there. Okay, I think we've got some comments here. It would be nice if you will interact with me. That would be great, so I won't feel sad. From Jeffrey Grossi Bagalayas. Hello, how are you, po, ma'am? I really like to teach there. I went to QA level 7. All right. Is there any chance I can ask for help sponsor me to take a proficiency test? I don't know, but maybe later if you can contact me, or yep, I think it's best for you to call me after my live. I'm gonna be free. I don't have much tutorial today, so my other tutees are still on holiday. By next week, I'm gonna be a bit busy, busier than ever, because school has started already. But give me a call later, and I'll see. I can think more about that. Yeah, I'll just quickly pop this up, so just in case the others will be wondering what message am I getting. It's from Facebook. Okay, and hi, Marianne. Thanks for watching. Get better soon. I know I can get more ideas, and we can have a good exchanges of thought if you are here. But reserve your energy for next week because there will be more to come. Right. Oh no, you revealed it to everyone. Get better. I think days na lang, no? COVID is still ongoing. I'm surprised that, oof, and it's still going. I thought it's over. Like, we just need to live with it. We can't really get away or get rid of it, right? So let's live with it. I am afraid I might get it, but hopefully I won't because the last time I had it, it was terrible. You've seen my videos, right? I don't want to experience that. I hope I'll be. I keep on exercising. I try to check my health and well-being as well, just to make sure I'm not prone to any sicknesses. Fingers crossed I'll be able to carry on with what I've started, but if in case that happens, I wish not though, but we just have to be ready. And what I'm just praying is that that kind of feeling won't be the same, because it was terrible and it took me actually like 3 months before I feel like I was fully recovered. Okay. Right. Oops, you're sharing another thing with us. I'm not sure if our viewers will be able to click on this link, but I'll try to copy paste. If you, I'm pretty sure they can. They can. Not on the live session. I think at the bottom in one of the comments, we've got Mary Ann adding a website. Ooh, there you go. Comparison of each banks. Awesome. Thanks so much for that. Yep, talk to a broker or advisor now. It's best because even if you see these ideas on an article or even online, when if you have access to the mortgage calculator of different banks and you feel like, oop, when I enter this, it seems like I can avail it. But when you see a mortgage broker or a mortgage advisor, it can actually go down a bit. It depends on many factors. Mortgage calculator is only just to give you an idea, but it's not the exact one. So feel free to reach out to mortgage brokers that we had, especially Sanjeev, and look forward to our next session with an ANZ mortgage broker. She's okay. She's actually great in advising us, although she's not a mortgage advisor. That's a different work, I think, or career. Okay, and thank you for staying in touch. Thank you for keeping us up to date. Actually, Marianne would like to join us, but she's having colds and could hardly hear well, so it's better for her. I told her to just rest and get better, because next time we're gonna have her. Life must go on, whatever happens, unless I will get sick, and hopefully Marianne is all good so she can carry on while I'll be relaxing, in case that happens, but hopefully not. It's not too bad. Yeah, that's what she said. So just sit down and relax and keep watching. Okay, because I will only have a few one. Oh, I really thought I'm gonna finish up by 7:20, because initially we've just had this podcast, just a quick one to give you an idea of what's going on in the market. Am I saying it right? Anyway, what about the others there who are watching? Feel free to connect with me. I'll be happy to mention your name if you want to. If not, we'll just keep it secret. I have met some kababayans that earns quite good po. Earns. I'm wondering how much really is this earning? Because we want to know the average earning. Just to be specific, okay? That would be a good survey. The average earning of a Filipino, our kababayan here in New Zealand. I wonder. Average. That's a good one to survey, right? Or let us know if you want to share how much is your earning every year, the gross maybe. If you want to share your net, feel free to do so. Or if you want to share your savings every month, feel free to do so. Do you want me to start with? Unahan niyo po muna, and then I will reply. Anyone there who would like to take the challenge? Take up the challenge, please. And then I will answer. I will share with you my one as well. But because their Kiwi Saver pot isn't mature enough, then they can still use their savings. That's true. That's what happened to us. We weren't able to use our Kiwi Saver because we've just started. That was so we started our Kiwi Saver when we got a residency in 2018, October 2018, and then we bought our house in October 2020. So that was just 2 years old Kiwi Saver, and so we weren't able to use it because at least it should be 3 years old. And but we're okay. We just have to push it through because we felt that at that time, like if we're going to wait for a Kiwi Saver, the house prices is not going down anyway. And that time we felt like this is the moment because not everyone was buying. The home interest rate was very low in 2020 and the house price was very stable. And to encourage home buyers, that's why they went they lowered down the interest rates, and so we grabbed that opportunity. Let's just buy it no matter what it looks, not really what it looks like at least it will take off all our requirements, right? Like a yard, a 3 bedroom, safe environment, fully fenced, things like that. We didn't really mind if it's a cross lease, because R1 now is a cross lease, because I know we're thinking that either we can rent this out in the future or sell it again for upgrading to upgrade. So yes, it's possible to just use your savings and not your Kiwi Savers. Save it. Yeah, as long as they have. That's what we're planning to do as well. We will just use our Kiwi Saver for retirement because even if we sell this house now, we were told by many mortgage broker that we cannot use our Kiwi Saver anymore because it's technically not our first home when we sell this one and buy a new one. But it's okay. So I'm just thinking that maybe I will lessen my what do you call it? My weekly or fortnight money that I pay on KiwiSaver. I forgot that specific term. If you know that, pop it in the comment section, please. My remittance, in other words, is that right? The money that I give the KiwiSaver, I'm going to lower it down because it's just for my retirement anyway, for our retirement. Yes, and because we've bought the house, so it's like, it's a little bit higher than when we're renting, but at least we can earn equity out of it, and that's what we are planning to use maybe. So we're still weighing up things, whether we will just rent this out later on and buy another one, or just sell this and buy another one, buy an upgraded one. Yeah, so many things to consider, and we're still feeling the tide, the water, kind of testing the water and see how it goes. But what I have read recently, just actually yesterday night, or this morning, that the house market, I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, but please feel free to correct me. I am not a mortgage broker or an agent. I'm just a homeowner. So I have my personal experiences and research, and I'm just bringing this up. But I'm advising you to reach out to those who are experienced. Don't take whatever I'm saying here as advice to you, because it's not. This is just giving you an idea, and you got to reach out to those who are experts indeed in home buying. So definitely mortgage broker. Okay, I'm getting lost. The house prices at the moment is quite stable, and it's because of the RBNZ. If you remember Sanjeev, who explained to us what is the RBNZ, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. It's like the mother bank of all the banks here in New Zealand. This is the one that kind of control how much is does each bank will lend, as far as I have understood it that way. So if the interest rate, the OCR, I forgot what it stands for, but that's the OCR is coming from the RBNZ, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. And if the OCR will go up, that means either the house prices will go up or the interest rate. I think it's the interest rate that will go up. If the OCR will stay stable, same, what will happen to the interest rate? So at the moment, it's stable, I think. And but I have heard that they are having a forecast that it's going to be kind of stable at the first half of the year. They are looking up to the increase of 2% in the house prices. Okay. This is what I've just read, that there might be, because anything is possible, it can still change depending on the economy, right? And who knows what will happen. Hopefully, there's no more other COVID type emergency, hopefully. But they're saying that in the second half, it might go up to 2%. Let me calculate that one. 2% for the house prices. So if we have, say, for example, our case, because I'm looking at buying a house at 1,300,000. Yep. So don't assume it's my own money. It's the money. Oh, official cash rate. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me, Marianne. Official cash rate. That's the rate coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. If it goes up, ito ang lagi nyong tatandaan. During that time, I think when a lot of my colleagues were buying their first homes as well, they were talking about the OCR. Oh no, it's going up. Because once it goes up, the interest rate, correct me, Mary Ann, if the interest rate will go up, I think so. That's what I've understood from Sanjeev last week. If the interest rate will go up, it's going to be a pain because we will just more likely to pay the interest only. Like at the moment, it's quite high for us. It has doubled from 2020. So around 3.5-ish in 2020. Now we're paying around 7%. It has doubled. And we're like paying more, the interest rate, and very little for the capital. So just imagine for the loan amount. So let's go back to the 2%. If we're if we're going to buy a house worth 1,300,000, that's a 5-bedroom, which is what we want to have. It's a hope, though. It's a wish. It may happen, or it may not. It depends if you will help me pray for that to be achieved. That will definitely happen. If it doesn't, I'm happy with whatever I have. So 1.3 times 0.002, because 2%, right? Yeah, let me see. 2%. Math teacher pa naman ako. Nakalimutan ko na. 1, 2. That's right. No. Oh my goodness gracious me. Because I know 20% is 0.2. Right? So if we have 2% divided by 100. My goodness. Oh my goodness gracious me. I have been teaching for a long time in primary. I think my brain got rusted when it comes to math now. Hang on. I need to go back to teaching high school. Yeah, that was actually right. I doubted myself. 0.02. So 1,300,000 times 0.02, 26,000. The increase would be around 26,000, more likely, in the second half of the year. So around June, after June, maybe we can expect an increase in the house prices. So if you will be waiting for your KiwiSaver, how much can you really save in a year? How much can you save in a year? I don't know. I think for me, let's say I'm saving 100 times fortnight. Oh dear me, my head can just get stuck at the moment with many things that I'm thinking of. But I don't think I can come up with 26,000 in a year. No, because since 2018, my KiwiSaver at the moment is just around more or less 30K for 5 years already. So 26 is the increase, like 26,000. It depends on the amount of or the price of the house that you're looking at. But I'm saying is, can you save that much in a year when the increase of the house price is 2%? So you got to weigh up things. Check your Kiwi Saver from time to time and balance everything. Are you going to it for your Kiwi Saver? If you have the savings already, just, I think, go for it. But the first thing to do is, again, contact a mortgage broker. It's okay to contact many because we've done that already. And in fact, if you reach out to many, you can gain a lot more insights. And sometimes that can fight in your head, because one is saying this and the other one is saying the opposite. You still have to think it over. And this is very important if you have a lot of knowledge and good friends as well to guide you. But uh, it's just quite hard to give you a specific advice because I don't know your case. And once you see an expert and they will discuss with you your specific situation, that's when you get a clarity of your goals, your specific situation now, and where are you heading to. So, yep, press that button now and reach out. You can reach out to Marianne even just to check whether there are cheaper prices at the moment, or reach out to Sanjeev. He has given us his number in our previous episode. So watch the previous episode and look for his number or search him up online. Sanjeev of Loan Market. He's a mortgage broker. Okay. Oh, I've gone past already. How much more if I have Marianne with me discussing? It's going to get again to 1 hour. But thank goodness I'm the only one here. And thank you, Marianne, for watching. Thank you for adding more details here when I get lost sometime along the way. Thank you for still being there, even though you're not really completely 100% okay. Right. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you will do something to achieve your goal. Make it a goal and make it a habit to learn every day so you achieve your goal. Keep growing yourself. Have a good night, everybody, and see you next week. Marianne, see you next week. Bye.